Hello and welcome back, everyone. We're into the We're into the semifinals here of the EGL Conquest Amateur Cup. Just Say Something facing off against Team Illusion. This is looking like it's going to be another great game. This is essentially the Kitty Gaming lineup on the side of Just Say Something. If you remember those guys, Wolfie, Solana, Arrow, Ninja Dimmy, and Yemen. Should be some interesting stuff coming out of those guys. I haven't seen them in a while either, so it's good to see them back here and playing today. That said, picks and bans are beginning to come out. It looks like Kitty Gaming doesn't want much to do with that Circuit pick, potentially. Yeah, maybe they're a little more concerned with it. Ao Kwong answered back on the other side, and another quick ban coming out of Just Say Something will be the Osiris. And immediately back on the other side, Team Illusion answering with Nox. And just for the why not purpose of it, while I'm still trying to catch up here, Thor instantly locked on the side of Just Say Something. It's one of these things, I'm kind of surprised Thor doesn't get higher ban priority than he does, just as often as he has picked up and as strong as he is. That said, you know, there's a lot of other high priority picks and bans that need to go out as well. Thor, just saying, in most people's book, not quite making that mark. It's back on the other side. No, we're not hovering over Ao Kwong, we're locking Ao Kwong. We'll hover over Sylvanas. Ra hovered over as well for Team Illusion, if I can find him. There we go, those arcs are going to be both locked in. Team Illusion getting themselves a mid laner as well as their support. Back on the other side, it looks like some quick lock-ins coming out of Just Say Something. It's going to be their duo lane in the form of an Apollo as well as a Geb. Now I'm curious, Ram is still available on the table. Team Illusion doesn't pick it up now. Just Say Something may look to ban it out going into the second phase of banning. But there's still some other possible highly contested. You know, they want to go for the mid laner. Do they want to pick up solo laner? There are options on the table. They don't have to go for that Ram necessarily. Maybe they want to play on her. We've been seeing a lot of on her play just in general these days. People's like, oh, I can't play Ram or Apollo. I guess I'll play on her. It's like, yeah, actually, on her's pretty nice. All said and done, though, it's not going to be the Ram pickup. It's going to be a last second lock in onto Nemesis. And, Nemesis in the jungle will work pretty darn well. We'll see if they can make it work, though, against this particular team lineup. Once again, there's a slight little bug at the moment with this picks and ban order. The picking shuffle thing is going to pop up. They're slightly backwards. I apologize for that. Just Say Something to ban one more, though. Will it be the Ram? I'm like poised and ready to hover over in the lock. It's all in if they go that route. But it's going to actually be the On Her, which is curious. Typically, it's the other way around. You see the Ram banned out for the On Her pickup, but immediately saying, yeah, you know, you want us on Ram? Well, too darn bad. We're going to lock ourselves in Freya. So what happened since Tuesday, guys, that Freya is suddenly a thing again? Curious. It's going to be twice in a row we've been seeing this 80 carry hunter role Freya coming back in after not seeing her for about a month, all said and done. So kind of curious. Nuwa getting hovered over right now for Just Say Something. Not Naja. Naja would be awesome as well. Nuwa. As well as Hercules right now for Ninja Dimmy potentially. And both of those get locked in. This is going to be quite scary over in that solo lane. They still have time to pick. Just looking at the current team composition, I imagine it's going to be a warrior of some sort. Of Cyrus, though, is off the table. I know, again, it's not necessarily the best thing in this particular situation. I've seen Odin brought over there a couple times in the past by Ninja Dimmy. They could look for that to answer. They could just go for a more aggressive composition, or a god pickup in the form of an assassin. They are currently hovering over the Arachne, which, all said and done, I don't particularly see getting locked in with this particular team composition, or I could be entirely wrong. Alright, so now the guessing game is going to come into play. Trying to remember where these guys used to play. Resu is their mid laner. Altavas is their jungler, so it's going to be jungle Nemesis, solo lane Arachne, Freya 80 carry. Solo lane Arachne, huh? It's going to be an interesting one. She has healing kind of to answer the healing coming off of Hercules, so there's that. She's also got an insanely great attack speed storage. She has the web to drop down those little spiderlings just to be a nuisance to the opposing team. It also has a slow component as well as a speed up component for her. The web can also act as a ward. Her biggest problem is still just the fact that her only real initiation is her Nightcrawler. She has to use her ultimate to get into the fight, and when she's in the fight, well, she really doesn't have much in the way of a way back out of that same said fight. So, yeah, people kind of aren't a huge fan of her. I mean, you'd love to see her play, but actually playing as her can be a little rough because of that. All that said and done, guys, we are straight on into the match as both teams begin leaving the base. I do miss the per Kitty Gaming tag and combination, though. Makes me sad. It was like the best combination. As we kill the picks and bands music as the game is underway, though. Otherwise, I will forget about it and it will play forever for this entire course of the game. Taking a look, though, at what people are doing right now. Looks like nothing in the way of early game shenanigans quite yet. No little 5-man wandering through the jungle parties. Ward's getting dropped down, though, by Arrow right here. He's going to be looking to go back to base, pick himself up a couple of mana potions. Sylvanas warding up the left-hand side as well. They want vision of that mana buff. But Yemen's going to not quite deny it, but he's going to be able to delay this back here of Zada. All that said and done, guys, while we have the chance, let's run through these team rosters. Left side, Spectator I, wearing the blue trunks, defending the Titan of Order. We do have Just Say Something. Arrow as the support Gab. Yemen as the AD carry Paulo. Wolfie in the mid lane as Nuwa. Solana. Ooh, hang on a second. Okay, never mind. I just saw Solana in the solo lane as Hercules and Ninja Dimmy in the jungle as Thor. On the side of Team Illusion, Zada playing to support Sylvanas. Kirko as the AD carry Hunter role Freya. Restu in the mid lane as Ra. Kazpu in the solo lane as Arachne. And finally, Altaves in the jungle as Nemesis. And what gave me a little bit of pause there, it's like, oh wait, do I have the gods wrong on the order? Is it jungle Hercules, solo lane Thor? What is this? Ninja Dimmy used to be the solo laner for Kitty Gaming, apparently moving over to the jungle now. Kind of threw me for a loop right there as I hadn't quite realized that name switch had been done. All said and done, though, guys, nothing really out of the ordinary coming up from this early game start. Wolfie already making it to the mid lane, a little bit ahead of Ra. Going to have potentially a little bit of a push advantage, but it is Ra. He has a insanely good wave clear overall. Not going to be too fussed about it. Solar Blessing first ability coming out as well. Healing up his own minions, one off the table so far for Wolfie. There's the second Shining Metal to clean up, as well as the Mysterious Fog. So all said and done, not a whole lot going to be happening over here. On the solo lane, kind of going back and forth a little bit. Over in that duo lane, meanwhile, as is reasonably typical these days, the blue side minion wave has been pushed all the way to the tower of Team Illusion right now. So going forward as kind of a beat the minion party over in this solo lane for the time being. Don't expect too much in the way of aggression. Yes, Ultimus can drop down that slice and dice, just a little bit of poke and harass and wave clear at the same time. But essentially, right there, the Earthbreaker was the potential for initiation. You knock somebody back into your minion wave, find some good damage onto them, you could just look to set up a kill. But otherwise, it's not going to be terribly concerning. Left side Zada taking a decent bit of poke so far. Yemen was looking for some onto Kirko. Sylvanas is going to provide a decent amount of healing with his wisps and keep his team fairly healthy overall. But, all that said and done, well, Geb does have that Stone Shield to kind of prevent some of the harass. You know, if he drops down that Verdant Growth, looks for follow-up damage, good Stone Shield can kind of cancel the advantage you may have found with that. Over in the solo lane, a little bit of trading going back and forth. Casper's low does drop that web down on Solana. Going to find some decent damage. Spiderling's tanking up a couple shots on the tower as well. But Solana does have some potions, does have that mitigate wounds. Going to be fairly healthy overall. Meanwhile, left side, Team Illusion looking for a steal onto this attack speed buff. It's slowly dropping. This is Solar Blessing. Hand of the Gods come down. Ultimus will steal that away successfully. Thor is going to see just the tail side of Ultimus running away from that attack speed buff. Going to just take his concession prize of those back left Harpies. Over in the duo lane, Ultimus coming around. There's a slice that's on Arrow. Rollout in position ready to block it. If he tries to go for it, he's going to go ahead and try and juke to the right. Juke back to the left. Rollout was actually channeled up successfully. He's going to make it back to the safety of his tower right here. Nicely done by Arrow. Rollout is one of the most clunky abilities in the game. The wide, you know, I've seen freight trains with a smaller turn radius than that thing, and he managed to juke twice past people, making good use of that wall just to kind of angle himself a little bit. Right side again, Casper did get caught by that driving strike. The damage will be there. Solana has to be so careful. The lifesteal coming out of that venomous bite is just absurd. Although, if you get pulled onto the tower like that and hit the X-rate, the bounce gonna find enough damage. Can he find that one hit? Earthbreaker's gonna be up in a second if it connects even in general. There's the fire shards from Wolfie. That's a dead spider. And you know what? The only way to be sure about spiders to make sure they're dead is to nuke them from orbit, and that's exactly what Wolfie did right there. Was it needed? Yeah, maybe not quite. But, you know, if that Earthbreaker, did Hercules actually have the mana? No, Hercules is half mana pool is half full. We'll go with that. Would have had the damage to the Earthbreaker all said and done, but, you know, if cooldowns had come back up and Casper would manage to turn around that venomous bite, his health would have been shooting straight back up with the attack speed steroid as well. would have just been, well, absurd, to be perfectly honest. Why would, no, we're not looking to Arachne. Cataclysm way out, still have not turned off this slow motion. There we go, arrow low, Anvil of Dawn coming out, trying to save his life. Zata gonna find that kill regardless. Across the skies from Apollo as well. And looking for more, potentially wolfing the back in the middle of 4. Does find a nice shiny middle stun combo. Doesn't look like they don't have damage. Yemen is low, has to be careful. 3v4, just say something could look to fight this one out, but it looks like Team Illusion's going to be safe back near the mid lane tower. Though Ninja Dimmy almost... Question of the day. Can you get hit twice by the same Celestial Beam? I actually don't know the answer to that question. Someone can answer that in chat. That would be totally awesome. That's undone. Ninja Dimmy almost answered the question for us, almost using Magellan's Tomb and teleport straight into the path of it. Could have ended badly for him. Solana runs in the right lane. Arachne seems to work reasonably well against Hercules, provided you don't get Driving Strike or Earthbreaker under your tower, under the enemy tower at least. But otherwise, you know, the heal coming off the Venomous Bite seems to be working. The Cocoon as well for that stun, extra attack speed steroid. And otherwise, buffs are beginning to respawn across the map. Left side, mana buff being picked up already. Attack speed buff on the right-hand side, about to be picked up by Ultivis right here. Be curious to see if they have that... well, they have the timer for the left side attack speed buff. I'm curious if they look to steal that away a second time. That said, just say something, I imagine, will be in position to contest that if they try that again, so have to be careful. Tectonic Rift will find the spider right here. There comes the hammer, unfortunately. Did not squish that spider to a pulp that time around. Boots. The boot generally works better than a hammer. Hammer, you know, it's a little smaller, boot larger, surface area, easier to hit the spider with. You're more likely not to miss or have the spider jump on your face instead. You don't mess around with spiders. Just take the boot and just smack it repeatedly until it's a pulp on the floor, and then just for good measure, nuke it from orbit to just, you know, just to ensure that you're sure. You have to ensure your sureness and stuff. Also, and then guys, looking down at items, all jokes aside, Devourer's Gauntlet's completed right now on to Yemen. He's going to be building up those stacks, gets back to lane. Freya going for more multi-purpose build right now. Started out towards, looking like she was going for that Witchblade rush. So, you know, maybe I don't quite need the Witchblades this early on. Picking up that Fatalis as well. A little bit of movement speed, a little bit of attack speed. Here comes Ultimus, the right lane. Solana might be in spot trouble. It's locked down in place. X-Ray does come out, but trying to juke around as best he can. Swift Vengeance comes out. Nightcrawler as well. They're trying to find the damage. Mitigate Wounds keeping the lock for the moment. Solana is getting so low right now. Driving Strike coming off cooldown. Mitigate Wounds just wore off. Wolfie coming down with the Fire Shards, as well as the Anvil of Dawn from Ninja Dimmy. Ninja Dimmy's about to answer back. Second kill here, potentially. Casper getting low. Resu rotating over, looking to keep Casper alive. There's the Solar Bustling. Double tap, not going to connect. Ninja Dimmy might be stuck down and killed off himself now. Kazpoo coming in. Searing Pain, not going to be enough. Kazpoo didn't want to get too aggressive. They were aware of the rotation coming out from Wolfie right there. He crossed over that ward by that right side Harpy camp. All said and done, gank in the right lane. Going to be going 1-for-1 overall with the assistance of those junglers. Right now, we're coming up on about the 6-minute mark. Harpies are about to respawn. Yemen might be in a bad spot of trouble. Going to use that moves fun. Double knock up. There's a shockwave from Arrow as well. The Nature's Grasp and the Valkyrie's Discretion. Stone Shield might not be enough. Kirk going to drop down in rage. Serenade not going to save you from that Celestial Beam from Ra across the wall. And this could set up potentially Team Illusion for a... Harpies on the left-hand side, but it looks like those were just stolen away, question mark? Graph looks like they did go the way of Just Say Something. That said, Ultimus finds the kill on the arrow. Not worth it, especially given the fact that the Hand of the Gods is off the table. And Team Illusion now is turning attention towards the Fire Giant. Wolfie and Ninja Dimmy rotating over, wanting to contest this as best they can. Going to force the reset if nothing else. A bunch of members of Team Illusion were low on mana. Ninja Dimmy going for it right now, 2v3. In the middle of this fight, Zata getting low on the backside of this fight. There's the placeholder. Stun does connect on the Kirko. Damage not quite there, though. Ninja Dimmy is getting low. They could touch on Ninja. Ultimus gonna get picked up. Ultimus picking up the kill into Ninja Dimmy. Third try. Third. Time for a sip of water. Ninja Dimmy getting picked up there by Ultimus. 2v3. Looked like it might have been going in their favor, but it just did not work out that way. This also potentially frees up Arachne over in this right-hand lane to push this wave of minions all the way forward to the tower. Gonna use that Hand of the Gods to clear out the archers, look for the melee minions right on the back of it. Solana is on his way over, but they're gonna lose some minions to this tower, and Kazpoo could look to delay in the lane as well, or on the way to the lane as well, but just gonna be dropping a ward down over there. Taking an eye back at this mid lane. Resu, we're going to wave clear, going to clip arrow there for a decent chunk of health right now. Sovereignty and Midas Boots, neither one of those are online quite yet. Granted, the Midas Boots is only 50 health, but you know, every little bit does help in the long run. Overall, a fairly slow-paced game, but Team Illusion actually pulling themselves out to a lead right now. About 1,000 gold ahead, 3 kills up on the board, and experience-wise, they're a little bit ahead, but, you know, level to level. It's kind of spread out across the board. Support's ahead a little bit, the mid laners ahead a little bit for Team Illusion, stuff like that. The experience kind of spread out all over the place right now. All said and done, though. Look at this right lane. Solana about to be ganked potentially, but Thor is nearby. Is he going to come down from his ultimate? That's going to be the question. If they catch vision of Altivist, they definitely will go for it. And I believe Resu might have just spotted Ninja Demi. Caspu rotating over. There's the Magellan's Tomb across the wall. They know Thor is there. Resu's going to be moving and trying to save Caspu's life right now. Nightcrawler is available to get out if he needs it, so he has that going for him at least. And it looks like, despite the three-man rotation coming out of Just Say Something right here, although Resu, that, oh yeah. That bird was just tenderized quite quickly right there. Solana lend that Earthbreaker Drive and Strike combo and then just throwing a very large baseball at him. Gotta be careful as raw things like that. You get caught out, you have nothing in the way of escapes all said and done unless you go for combat blink. Yeah, your passive provides you increased movement speed, but that's not going to get you out of the character. Caspu solo, dive in the tower. Ninja Demi going to find that kill. Fire Shards up as well from Wolfie. Ninja Demi going up to the end of Dawn, needs to keep himself safe. Ultimate's trying to run for his life. Swift Vengeance going to be off cooldown. They're look for some minions, but they're going to look for the dive. Anvil Dawn is still up. Where's he going to go? He's going to avoid the stun from that. Slice and Dice going to answer kill, but the backswing. I'm not sure how the hammer stopped where Thor died necessarily, but nevertheless, it did. I would have expected it to keep going on backwards to hit a wall or something, but nevertheless, 2 for 1 overall in that exchange, going the way of Just Say Something. And they're going to answer with a tower on top of that. Good rotation coming out of them. Nothing really came of that on the rest of the map, though. They had a little bit of a number advantage elsewhere for a little... Oh, did they? No, there were 3 members of Team Illusion over there. Because it was Resu and Caspu and Ultimus. Math is hard. So, not really an opportunity to make use of a power play, so to speak, on the other majority of the map. Looking at the items, though, Kirko has finished off that Haste and Fatalis, going to definitely increase her overall boxing potential with Apollo, but she still doesn't have that Witchblade online. So those stacks from the Devourer's Golems are pretty much fully in effect. No attack speed slow, no attack damage reduction from that Witchblade aura. She's starting boots up as well on Freya, so... You know, she'll be doing damage, she'll be able to fight, but has to be aware of the fact that she doesn't have that aura in effect quite yet. It's not a huge reduction overall, all said and done, but it's one of those things. If you spent that, 12, 1300 gold, whatever the heck the Curse Blade actually costs, the big thing about that item tree is the aura on the Witchblade. Not to finish that off, you're essentially sitting on 1300 gold that's not offering a ton necessarily otherwise. Literally physical protection moves for the attack speed. Arrow on the left side might be caught out here. Good. Can they screw it? Anvil Dawn coming down. They could look to turn this right around. Go Berserker Rush for damage. Ultimus in the back. Running for his life right now. 5 members of Team Illusion are here, though. Kirko finds a second kill onto Yemen. Fire Shards comes down for damage. Ninja Demi looking for Kirko. Berserker Barrage coming out. Could find this kill. He'll have that Magellan's Tomb to escape if he needs it. Soul Brussing coming down from Ra finally. 2 for 1 so far. They could potentially look for more. Solana has rotated over from that solo lane. They're waiting in the wings. They want to make sure Goldfree isn't started up. The poke off of Ninja Demi right now. Just absurd. Ultimus losing about half his health overall. And then Casper's looking for damage on Solana in the backside of this fight. Ninja Demi taking a little bit of poke there from Ultimus. They don't want to overaggress too much. Solana's going to be tough to kill still at this point. They have no anti-healing on the table. Gonna miss that Earthbreaker right there. Tectonic Rift comes down. Nature's Grasp gonna miss. That was a quick one for sure right there. A little bit of spectator graphical glitch. Arrow has returned. Gonna ensure the rest of his team time to escape. Overall, though, that fight ended up going 2 for 1 in favor of Team Illusion. And, all said and done. With that tower they picked up earlier, and just, I'm assuming it was overall better farm. Farm-wise, actually, yeah, I gotta give it to Just Say Something. Aside from Resu in the mid lane, who's been doing a good job with that Ra, the numbers are definitely favoring Just Say Something, and looking at that gold difference. Despite being down 2 kills between that tower and that farm, they are currently ahead. 1,500 gold, almost 2,000 experience, so they have to be very careful not to let that kill board count get to their heads. Team Illusion are definitely not in the lead right now, contrary to what those numbers might otherwise say. Or at least what the kill numbers say. The rest of the numbers say something entirely different, and that Team Illusion is not ahead. Blink's coming out on the supports right now, though. Beads getting bought up all over the place. They don't want to get caught out or locked down by any of these guys on either team. Beads, I know Shielded Teleport coming out. Ninja Demi was always like the king of Shielded Teleport. It's like before Shielded Teleport sort of became the thing to get again fairly frequently. Ninja Demi was like the first one to bring it out, like game after game after game. So, it's It's an interesting one. Anvil Dawn from Ninja Dimmy. Gonna be looking for someone right here in the mid lane. Resu is so low. This is not gonna end well. Divine Judgment does come down. Ninja Dimmy finds the kill, though. Gonna use an original ultimate to escape. Ultimus is giving chase, though. Beads already used, looking to avoid that slow, but saving it. Did not even need a couple attacks later. Does get that kill. Yaman coming down from across the skies, looking to answer. Find another one onto Zata right here. Could look for the third. Wrath Terror comes out, but could be too little too late. Gab rolling forward. Gonna look to find some damage. Find this knock up as well, potentially. Wolfie with that Shining Metal will secure that kill. Kazpoo is here as well as Ultimus in the right side jungle. But Just Say Something has their focus on that Gold Fury. It's been up for a while right now. About 13, not 13 minutes. Yeah, about 14 minutes. There we go. Sorry. 14 minutes all said and done. Finally gonna get brought down. Hand of the Gods raining down just to secure that one out as quickly as possible. Just Say Something extending the lead even further, pushing up to about 3,000 gold. Mid Harpies, right hand side were just snuck away by Ultimus. Arrow's going to find a nice little empty camp right here. And otherwise, looking at the current state of this game, Team Illusion was showing early on that they could win this game, they could find an even footing. But Just Say Something is doing such a better job at farming overall that despite the kill advantage Team Illusion had, they were still keeping this game even, and now slowly beginning to grow that into a lead. Book of Thoth was just picked up on Wolfie. It's a huge damage spike. It's one of the few stacking items in the game where the stacks are not really that important. All said and done, when you get those 100 stacks, only give you an additional 22 magical power. And given the fact that you get 100 magical power just for buying the item's about 80% efficient fresh out of the shop without a single stack on it. It's not like a Devourer's Gauntlet or a Warlock Sash where it's like you have to build up like this huge pile of stacks before the item even begins to get good. Book of Thoth is good straight out of the gate. And, 2-0 and 7 right now, not really been able to secure much of those kills. Look at that damage number, top of the chart right now. That Book of Thoth is only going to make her do even more. People complain about that, the absurd damage potentially coming out of Nuwa. We're going to be seeing even more of that going forward as this game continues. Other side of the team, though, Boots just now finally getting completed for the final members as Resu finally picks up. Fire Shards come down, fight breaking out this left side Harpies. Gonna find something. Kirk on the back is low. Yeah, they're gonna come down from as well as the Anvil Dawn from Thor. They're looking for Resu as well. Soul Busting is down, but nice grab there by Sylvanas to save his life. Ninja Dimmy back though. They will find that kill on the Resu. Soul Busting not gonna be enough. Looking for a third kill in this fight. Zata, one of the slowest guys in the game. Sylvanas probably not gonna be making out of this one alive. Tectonic Rev double tap from Ninja Dimmy. Gonna be getting him a double kill. And now they have an opportunity to perhaps consider a gold Fire Giant, look for some towers, minions in the left and middle lane, both in positions to be pushed towards those towers. Or in the case of Nuwa being in the mid lane, just drop down some clay soldiers and look to just destroy this tower. There's going to be 2 outer towers picked up. We'll leave 3 on the map for Team Illusion. Oh, Ultimus, you might have overstood your welcome right here. You're going to get out alive for the time being. Ninja Dimmy might look for beads, use defensively. There's a teleport, there's a Berserker Barrage. Retribution going to pop up her health a little bit, avoid some of that damage. There comes the Divine Judgment onto Solana, running for his life, tanking up that tower. A lot of damage did just come out. Earthbreaker not going to connect. The root, though, off of Nuwa's basic attack, going to lock her down in place. Solana going to get that kill with the Excavate. Left side, inner tower going to fall as well. Third tower off of those handful of kills by Team Illusion right there. They tried to do what they could to hold on the mid lane, but it ended up costing them another kill as well.
I need a moment to rest.
And overall, Team Illusion right now, backs against the wall. It's beginning to seem about a 7,000 gold lead right now for Just Say Something. Fire Giant is on the table. This Just Say Something lineup, for the most part, the current record holder for Fire Giants, they pulled one out about 10 minutes, 9 seconds into a match. On the back of me talking about the current Fire Giant record, it's like, oh yeah, let's get a D aside at like 9 minutes, 50 seconds and do Fire Giant to set the record for ourselves. Can the record be beaten? Yes. Is the record going to be beaten by much? Probably not. The Fire Giant only spawns the 10-minute mark, taking a couple seconds to kill at the least. So that record's probably going to stand for quite a while. But all said and done, they could look for a reasonably early Fire Giant, just about 18 minutes or so in. Resu, gotta be so careful. Thor's nearby. There's the... Oh, actually gonna miss that first swing of the Mjolnir's attunement. Running for his life right now. Reinforcements are on their way. There comes Divine Judgment. Gonna get a good stone shield to avoid that one, though. Fight is on. Ultimus getting low. Tectonic Rift not gonna kick that time either. Cataclysm comes on. Only finds a Kazpoo. Ninja Dimmy right side does get picked off. Yemen coming down from across the skies as well. Ultimus is low on the backside of this fight. Retribution from across a decent bit away. Giving Wolfie a little bit of a shock right there. Zata in the middle, too. They're looking for the body blocks. Not gonna find it. Double healing, though, coming out. Soul Blessing as well as those wisps. Kind of something I didn't touch on at all so far. They have 2 healers on that side, on Team Illusion. And Arrow is building towards what will likely be a Pestilence or some anti-healing, but there's no weakening curse online. Yemen likely won't be picking it up. Hercules could potentially pick it up, admittedly. As Arrow throws down that taunt. Gold Fury is going to be up here in just 30 seconds. Rotating over, looking to catch out Jojo here in this left lane. Ultimus is nearby as well. There's a Shockwave Slice, and it's not going to work the first time. Second time will be the charm. We might see a fight here over in this left side jungle. Wolfie with the burst on the Ultimus, but the Retribution Shield buying him some time once again. Looking chasing the Searing Pain will find 3, but also damage did not actually come to play right there. I believe an Aegis might have been thrown out by Wolfie. Yeah, Wolfie have Aegis? No, Wolfie, where are you, Wolfie? Look at the bottom of the UI. Yes, it is an Aegis. That explain that. As well as a Geb shield for Yemen, avoiding most of that Searing Pain damage. Of course, Yemen has Geb. Not terribly concerned about it. He has that Silver Talisman online, kind of offering him those magic protections he so needs against this team lineup. You know, it helps with those Searing Pains and that Freya 80 carry. Yes, Arrow, we know all the taunts coming out, telling them they're very small. Yeah, they're behind right now, but Team Illusion not necessarily out of this at the moment. The gold lead has shifted down a little bit more towards even, not a whole lot. It's about 7,000 before, only 6,300 right now. Experience as well, kind of peaked out right there, starting to shift back down the other way. Team Illusion could be looking for the comeback mid lane. Thor looking for Kazpu, not going to find it. Those spiders so darn hard to kill. Nuke it from orbit. And fire shards, they die. Gold Fury again started up, Just Say Something, looking to sneak this one out, and it looks like they might get a Kazpu as well as Zeta rotating over, needs to go now, not going to be in time. Just Say Something, Animal Dawn up in the air for Thor. Zeta going to use that Wrath of Terror, and Thor will come back down. Zeta not long to this world, Ninja Dimmy going to pick that one up, right side of the fight. Solana in the middle of a few. He has Hercules though, he's not going to die too quickly. Kirko forced up into the Valkyrie's discretion, backside of the fight, Rescue getting so low. Wolfie picks up a kill with that fire shards, looking for a kill onto Yemen here as well. We're looking for it. Nightcrawler coming out of Kazpu right now, look, but he will be dropping down into the middle of 3. Might not make it out alive. Not going to find the damage off the Nightcrawler. Yemen will make it out alive. Good use of Mysterious Fog there to avoid the vision. And all said and done, Kazpu, one more attack. Will fall right out of the fight. Kirko gets picked up as well by Arrow. Looking to close that with the Deicide. Ultimus is getting low. Surrender Bro coming out right now. Swift Vengeance is going to get Ultimus out of that one. But meanwhile, Just Say Something, turning their attention to objectives yet again, looking at this mid lane tower. Fire Giant is a possibility. Zed is alive, but if he hits over that jungle direction, they could look to just kill him. That said, you know, Phoenix is a possible target as well. It's already down to half health. Zeta taking a little bit of poke, knocked up into the air right here. Ultimus is looking for Yemen in the backside. Good driving shot from Hercules, peeling him off his 80 carry. Mid lane, Phoenix will fall, looking for the left side as well. Hercules tanking that one up. Not too concerned about those 2 archers plucking away at Yemen right now. Left side, Phoenix low. Zeta looking for the kill. Wolfie got pulled back in by that Nature's Grasp. Will make it out safely. Left side, Phoenix going to fall as well. They made some good use of those couple kills. They need to get themselves out right now, or at least just be very, very careful. Solana, Divine Judgment was just popped on him. Slowed down for the time being. Slice and dice. The stun combo, though, going to find 2. They're looking to chase when I get themselves a couple kills. Yemen is getting low. Going to use beads to avoid some crowd control. Wolfie, will he get picked up? One more on attack. We'll find it. Animal Dawn comes down, but too late to save his life. Looking to turn this fight around. Yemen is low. They need to get some attack with Solar Blessing. Kazpu gets that kill onto Yemen. Jimmy in the middle of 2, as well as Arrow. It's 2v4 right now. Just Say Something, trying to hold on for dear life. They overstayed their welcome. They did get 2 Phoenixes, but Team Illusion is turning this fight around on their head right now. Ninja Jimmy will make it on the left-hand side. Right now, Team Illusion needs to heal up and go for that Fire Giant, get themselves back into this game as much as possible. They're looking for kills right now. This could be a huge mistake. Ninja Dimmy going to drop that Tectonic Rift. Animal Dawn not available to escape right now. They could find this kill, but at what cost? They might have lost themselves a free Fire Giant on the back of that fight. Ninja Dimmy got away, all said and done. Little advantage they might have had from that, now all but gone. Arrow's up in 20 seconds. Respawn time's going to come up. They could still look to rush it down, but it would be a very tough call. Yes, some minions did make it through to the Titan. They have to go deal with those, but they look for that kill into Ninja Dimmy, and it, again, potentially cost them what could have been a free Fire Giant. They don't get some mid-harpies, get some jungle buffs. It's a bit of a consolation prize. But, you know, Just Say Something. They're going to be looking to group up yet again. Look to kind of take down that right lane tower. They could look potentially just to go straight for the Titan as well. They have that Apollo. All they have to do right now is group up around the Fire Giant, do the Fire Giant dance while Apollo split pushes in the left lane. As soon as somebody is over there to deal with him, Apollo flies across the map to the Fire Giant pit, joins up, and you have a full-on 5v4, and what could potentially be a Fire Giant going their way. So potentially rough spot here for Team Illusion. 10,000 gold behind right now. Driving Strike Earthbreaker does connect. Solana, unfortunately, Hercules. this point in time, you know, he's got a bit of a hybrid offensive item. He has that Witchblade, has that Runeforged Hammer. Not the most offensive Hercules build in the world. Not going to be bursting anyone down. Fire Shards forced out of Wolfman. Fight is on. Ninja Dimmy going up in the Anvil Dawn. Yemen gets the first kill of this fight onto Kirko. And Dawn comes down the back. Ninja Dimmy cleaning all of it. It's going to be a 3v5 going forward. Zada getting locked down. They want to take that Wrath of Gods off the table. Zada will do that. Ninja Dimmy running for his life right now. Magellan is going to bring him back to his team in just a second. There's the Blink. And they realize that, yeah, we don't want to keep chasing the kill. We need to get out of here. We need to look to defend that Titan. If we both fall, the game is, in fact, over. And right now, all said and done, Resu's on his way back to base as well, but Just Say Something can certainly look to just burst his Titan down. Look at that health bar dropping already down to half, 25% coming up. They don't even care about those last couple kills. Titan is going to fall. Just Say Something, finding a couple kills over on that right-hand side of the map and just rolling with that to the victory. Now the health bars were getting low. Ninja Dimmy, Wolfie are below 25% health. Team Illusion was looking to defend the Titan, but just were not able to. All said and done, guys, that's going to wrap up this particular game of the final. The other semifinal is still underway. They're going to pause. Red Foo and a phone call or something apparently going on. All said and done, guys, we're going to jump straight on over to that in a little bit here, unless they wrap up in the next few minutes. A little bit of post-game analysis, though. You know, I actually like that Arachne pick against the Hercules. It seemed to have worked pretty darn well. Again, except for that one little mishap where she kind of, Arachne got driving striked back under the tower, which, okay, not the best situation in the world. Other than that, the Arachne seemed to work pretty darn well. You drop down that web on Hercules, takes a bunch of damage, you have your Venomous Bite to heal yourself up, you have that stun off the cocoon as well. It's something to consider going forward. I hadn't seen that used personally, but, you know, it seems to be viable for sure. Other than that, you know, fairly standard typical item pickups across the board. Lots more Witchblades coming out these days. It's one of the things that was talked about quite a bit off of various other guys, you know, at the World Championships and after the World Championships. There was a lot of winged blades getting picked up, winged wands, because that's what it used to be called, and everyone still calls it that, just confusing new people for no reason. Freya never actually picking up that Witchblade. There wasn't too much in the way of boxing in that left lane, so it might not have played too huge a factor, and Arachne did have a Witchblade as well, so they had that aura, the reduction aura in play for the most part, but all said and done, yeah, I can't say it necessarily would have changed the course of the game or anything like that. All said and done, though, GG well played to both teams. We're going to cut to a little bit of a break here and get set up and ready to hop into the other semifinal, guys. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. Stick around and enjoy the music.